Alright, man, I'm back once again. About to go live one more time with Mr. BVO Boxing. He about to join me so we can discuss last night fight with Devin the Dream Haney and Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. So everybody just give me 1 second and we're about to get at it. Waiting on him to join me now. Should be any moment, any moment. I apologize for the wait. See how that works out. What's good, my guy?
What's going on? How you doing?
All right. I'm doing all right. I got Mr. BVO Boxing in here. Man, I'm still reeling from the fight last night. I ain't gonna lie, I was so upset, man. I knew it was gonna be a tough fight for Devin. But I'm more upset with like a lot of the boxers and a lot of the hate that Devin get. You know what I'm saying? I've always been taught that you got to beat the champion to, you know what I'm saying, to win the titles. And I just don't feel like Lomachenko beat him. I'm gonna give you my little analysis real quick. I had Devin winning out of the first 6 rounds. I had Devin winning every round but the third round. I gave the third round to Lomo. I thought he won that round clearly. Then some of those rounds were swing rounds. I'm gonna say round 10 and 11, ain't no doubt that Lomo won those rounds. But round 12, Devin clearly won that round to me. So there ain't no way, like I'm hearing some of these scores, Shakur Stevenson had it 8-4, Lomo's way, just different scores I heard that don't make sense to me. How did you have a score and who did you have winning?
I had the same as you did, man. But be honest with you, Loma just had the harder punches and looked like Loma did the harder work. And it is what it's always been. Devin has a very amateur style. There's still a lot of that pit pat. He just really hasn't gotten any better. And I was hoping with the great Yoel Judah in his corner, I was hoping that his father would back up some because I'm just not liking what I'm seeing from him. I'm not liking it. Me and you both know he get in there with somebody who can really hit. He's going to bed. I mean, if you can't knock out the old man, I mean, Jesus Christ. It was just a bad performance, man. We just gotta call it what it is. Devin really gave a horrible performance compared to what we were expecting. This remind me of when Usyk fought Manny Pacquiao. Remember how they didn't know what kind of Manny Pacquiao would show up, and the Manny Pacquiao that showed up wasn't that great.
Right.
I feel like that's what kind of with Devin. We was all excited about Devin, and he just didn't show up like we thought he would. And it's not a as blacks we can't critique black fighters without us being called haters and all that. But
Yeah.
I love too, man. But Devin really got to get some more training, a better trainer in there, or let Yoel Judah do it because
Right.
I mean, Bill Haney doesn't know what he's doing. And it's not an indictment against him. He don't know what he's doing. I mean, on this level, he's doing, man. I mean,
Right. My fault. Going back to, because I was telling someone earlier, I was telling YSM Media, YSM Media, that one of the problems with Tio is his father's in the way. Yep. And I think Teofimo Lopez is a great fighter, but his father's definitely in the way, and that is a big problem for some of these fighters. But I'm telling you, I think Devin's main problem is because I think he can make adjustments You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good enough boxer that he can make the adjustments, even with his father in his way. I just felt like that 135-pound weight for him is too much for him to make that weight class, and it's taken from his power, because there ain't no power there. I mean, his punches, they light, and that's going to get him hurt. Like you said, if he runs into a Tank or even Stevenson, he's not going to win that fight.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is true, because at the end of the day, if the Devin Haney that showed up last night for a Tank, he's getting out.
Right. He's definitely going to get knocked out for this Tank.
And and to tell you the truth, and people take this as an insult, but he's a lot like Paulo Malignaggi. He's a very good fighter. He just doesn't have any power. Even if you put it on 40, I'm gonna say this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. When have we ever seen Devin have power except for early on in his career when he was fighting Cans? We've never power. He's just a master boxer. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not a boxer puncher like we want. I mean, he's still the goods, but I tell you what, man, that was an awful performance on the biggest stage. And he got
It was. I'm stressed about it.
Yeah, it's an awful performance, man. So it was so awful that you got people saying that Loma won. I mean, Loma didn't win. It was clear. If you watch the fight, I mean, Devin was first to the punch. Devin did a lot of good things, but he did a lot of that same old amateur stuff. That's what I keep saying. That's what we keep hearing. This is what Gary Russell was talking about. This is what Gary Russell Jr. has been saying this for the last 2-3 years. I mean, what was the right hand? What was the uppercut that was there all day? None of that was there, man. But that's Devin Haney for you, man. He is what he is.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's gonna go up or not in weight. I think he definitely should, like you said. But I'm gonna tell you what gets me, and what I've started trying to do is cut the volume down on the fights.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to hear it last night, because I wanted to go with, just see what they were gonna say. And outside of Andre Ward, everybody was being, hey, please, y'all, I'm doing the interview. Man, go in there. I apologize for that, man. Yes. Outside of Andre Ward, everybody was being biased. Max Kellerman, he gave the 12th round to Lomo. There is no way possible that you give that round to Lomachenko. He didn't do anything in the 12th round. And I was scared, like your friend kept saying last night about the machine. Devin was working against the machine. And I definitely thought they were going to take it from him. I said, if he don't get him out of there, he doesn't do enough, he's going to lose this fight. I don't care what he does. People, Lomo's country's at war. He had everything working against him. I just feel like last night the judges got it right, and people don't accept it. For the first time, they got it right. How do you feel about the broadcasting last night? Do you think they were being biased?
It's funny. Even when you watch PBC, any card I think the thing that we got to understand with ESPN is they're a promotional company. The thing that we keep forgetting, we so used to them being unbiased with the NBA, unbiased in the other sports, that when we come to boxing, there is no unbiased. For the last probably 4 or 5 years that I've watched, I watch boxing. I always watch with the volume off, because you'd be surprised how much you would get pushed into a thought where people will say the fight is harder than it was. At the end of the day, you know what that fight was? That was the same old fight we seen when he fought Tio. Getting his head whooped, then he figured him out, then he started whooping Devin's butt. But at the end of the day, just like Tio, Devin won the 12th round, the championship round, and he took it home. And that's what it was. It was the same. I mean, when you get a chance, but you got to watch that. That was the same exact fight. It's the same fight that he lost to Teofimo Lopez. At the end of the day, just like when he fought Nakatani, it's the same old thing. Loma struggles with big guys. And I just say, really, he needs to go back to 130, become undisputed, and leave it at that. He's not big enough for 135. It's just
he's not. Yeah. He's definitely not. I was thinking, with Devin, probably, I don't know what his next move gonna be. And I've been trying to think about that and think, what can he do next? Who can he fight? But other than Shakur or Tank or maybe Frank Martin, I don't want to see him in any other fights in that division. Now, I was thinking about him going up to 140, maybe fighting Regis and seeing how that would work out. How do you think that fight will fare between those two?
That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight because Regis is he's what I call a borderliner. Like I think he's the best at 140. I think if
Right.
Regis was a little bit taller, Regis would be a heck of a welterweight. I think if he was a little bit bigger, he probably could beat maybe a Terrence Crawford or Errol or Boots. He's just not big enough. But that dude's a monster. At the end of the day, he need to wait on to see that winner tier versus Josh Taylor get that winner and go from because either way, if he go on there with Regis, he really gonna get knocked out. And me and you both know Regis, just like Lomachenko, was a dog. The thing with Loma is so funny. I gotta say that was a terrific performance by him. The thing is, we found out he showed Devin's card. Devin is what he is. Devin is what he's always been. Not a terrific boxer. I like how he was changing movement. Same thing. He was like right in front of Lomachenko, but he gets hit. And his footwork is not what everybody says it is. Really is. He's got the typical look of a slick boxer, but he's not the most efficient one.
Right.
And I put it on his dad. His fundamentals they need work. I mean, we need to get the great Yoel Judah to take over that mantle as the head trainer. I don't understand why you would have the dude who trained the last undisputed welterweight assistant. What are you doing?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's very crazy. And I'm gonna tell you somebody I'm just so tired of right now. Keyshawn Davis is working my nerves. When I tell you, man, I am sick of this dude. This dude, like, he's a great fighter, young fighter. But it's like, to me, whatever Shakur's on, he's on. He just riding. And he hates Devin now because of Shakur. But I really want to see what he does against someone good. You think it's time for him to step up?
No. He's. I mean, look at how he looked against Yiggit. He didn't put Yiggit to bed. And the fight before that, he got a lot of work to do. At the end of the day, he just got a loud mouth. And but I'm gonna tell you what, he gonna mess around and be like Eric St. Lubin and get beat up and take a fight. I mean, hey, think about it. Eric St. Lubin never became what he was supposed to be because he was running that mouth.
Right.
Got in there with Jamel and got beat to death. So he
took
his whole career. Frank Martin beat him to death, man.
Yeah, he will. Yeah. But I mean, he's asking for it. He keeps talking about Andy Cruz. Now I don't see that fight happening anytime.
Yeah, Andy hurt him. I don't understand why he wants. I mean, he already got beat by him. The thing that he need to do is get in there with some more southpaws, and he needs tougher competition because he just talking and he beating up all these tomato cans. Man, it's not gonna do good for him when it's time to fight somebody seriously.
Sure, like they're saying Tank's gonna fight Isaac Cruz again, Pitbull. What do you think about that?
That's just another flat-footed Mexican that Tank's gonna dominate. To me, he didn't deserve a rematch. I mean, Tank beat him easy. I mean, Tank beat him with one hand. It's just at the end of the day, me and you both know, unfortunately, race sells, and that's what we're dealing with. But see, when me and you were younger, man, the black fighters fought. Now all of a sudden, because of Floyd, it's either Spanish or nothing. It's either Spanish versus black. It's nothing. I don't get it.
Yeah, Floyd has really hurt boxing because people don't want to fight each other no more because they're scared to lose their O. Or they fight Mexican fighters, they're not going to give a black fighter. They're not going to fight each other. So it's a bad situation right now. But I've also heard we got good news that, I'm hearing that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are going to sign the contract. What do you think about that?
I think it's going to be great. I haven't put no energy into it. I really think, and I'm a big Errol Spence fan, but I think from what I've seen with Bud with that last fight versus David Avocado, he going to beat Spence up, man. He going to hurt Spence. Yeah, he going to hurt Spence, man. Have you seen a knockout like that? I haven't seen a knockout like that in a long time. Like that.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't see that. I didn't see the fight. I didn't see it. I didn't want to watch it. I said I was gonna protest the fight because I was tired of Spence and him both just like not fighting each other and the politics of boxing. But I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, you gonna watch that, man. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when Sugar Ray got tired of Hearns and just said, "You coming out of here? We getting you out of here." And that's what he did.
So he was. So I mean, but Spence is on another level from David, so that's gonna play a major part in it, as far as what happens. But I lean towards Spence, but I think Spence has been out the ring too long. I think that he should have got a tune-up fight in between, and I think it's gonna hurt him against Hearns.
Yeah, you said it right there, man. He has to be more active, man, because let's be honest, man, he didn't look great against Ugas the way he looked against Danny Garcia.
No, he didn't.
Every fight, man, he's looking worse and worse and worse. And me and you are Errol Spence fans. I know that. But at the end of the day, gotta be honest, man. He's looking worse every fight.
Yeah, he's going to tighten up.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to have to tighten up because Crawford gonna bring it. Me and, like I said, I'm talking to two different people, and they both said the same thing, that Crawford's a slow starter. They see Earl getting ahead, but they think because Earl throws so many punches that Crawford's gonna be able to counter and catch him with something. And people don't give Crawford credit for the power that he has, but Crawford has good power. So I'm just scared. Spence has been hurt before. People try to say he hasn't, but I've seen him hurt. So that's what I fear against Crawford.
You right about that. He spit that mouthpiece off because he was hurt. I mean, Kell Brook hurt him. Ocampo, forget Ocampo hurt him. So, I mean, it's just at the end of the day, man. It's levels to this game. And at the end of the day, I think Errol did a great job, but you know what? He hasn't taken the sport as seriously as he could. We still seeing pictures of Trump. We still seeing that. I'll be honest. You can say a lot about Terrence Crawford. I've never seen him drunk. You?
No.
I never seen him drunk.
When he fought Mean Machine, I do think it was a knockdown. But I think it was a flash knockdown.
It was a knockdown, but what did he do after that? He went and knocked him out.
Right. That's why I said it was a flash knockdown. It wasn't that he was hurt. No. Now, what about Gamboa though? Gamboa gave him, caught him with some good shots.
That was it. You know what? That was, honestly, I thought that was one of his best performances, man. That was where he had some real adversity. We forget, we forget about Gamboa, man. Gamboa was something special until these young boys started beating him up. He was, that's all.
You know what hurt him though? That contract. I hate to say it, and when he signed with 50 Cent, that was his downfall. 50 Cent hurt that man's career. If you're not tied into the boxing circle, you just can't sign with anybody. I don't care what type of money they got, who you are. If they don't want to let you in, they're not gonna let you in. And that's what happened with 50. He wasn't able to get in because he needed Floyd back, and then they fell out. And once he fell out with Floyd, it was a wrap, and it hurt Gamboa's career. Because I think he got the ring for 2 years.
And you remember, Jay-Z wanted to be with Rock Nation. They wanted to be in boxing, and Al Heyman Jay-Z, because I guess Jay-Z messed up a tour back in the day. He's a Hard Knock Life tour, and he took it with Live Nation. And the guy who put tours on for Luther Vandross and Michael Jackson wasn't good enough because he was a brother. So
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people don't know that Al Heyman was in the music business before he was in the boxing business.
Absolutely.
That's why I say he's a great businessman. A lot of people don't like him. He's silent behind the scenes, but he gets the job done. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, but I want to ask you about this. Adrian Broner, what do you think we're gonna get from him? Is he gonna fight or what?
He gonna fight. I think Grandpa Don got some good fights for him, but the thing is, it's up to him. I mean, at the end of the day, he's only 33. He's still a young man. He got a chance to do it. I think he could beat anybody at 140. I really do, talent-wise. But it's all about what you gonna put the work in. But like I said, you my brother, man. Whenever you want me to come through, let me know.
I already know it. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. Love BBO Boxing, man. Let everybody know where they can get in contact with you and when you're dropping your videos and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we doing live streams every Monday and Wednesday. And, of course, every fight. Check me, my man Prize Fight Out. Coming to you live. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy BBO Boxing. And we gone. Peace.
All right, bro. Salute.